was I gonna do here? Oh, my illegal game.
Illegal game.
I have no reason to feel ashamed for this, and yet for some reason I still do. I have such a good moral conscience. Actually, this sounds
Okay.
bragging.
I'm streaming, so you don't want anybody to know.
Are you actually?
Yeah, I just started. Just now.
Did it capture what I said? Oh God, I said it on
You're
camera.
fine.
Okay.
You're fine.
Maybe don't upload this to YouTube.
No, I'm not gonna upload it to YouTube. I didn't upload my last two to YouTube. I got the New York Giants and the Chicago Bears. Counting this one and then the next one, I got two more doubleheaders for the playoffs. Not bad, huh? You're playing against New York Giants. They're 5-7, 12-0. We're overdue for an ass whooping. Oh, just saying. See what we got going on. Let me move my chair back.
I think I'm gonna go. Good night, Red.
Good night, buddy. Myself off this call. Done deal.
It's week 14 of the NFL on EA
Oh, I put
Sports.
week 14, week 15. I think so. Hope so. Hello, everyone. As you know, I am Redliner. We're 12-0.
We'll see Daniel Jones and the New York Giants taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at this Giants ball club. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners of 4 of 5 before that. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've handled all comers through the first 3 months, a perfect 12-0.
Yeah, they're 3 quarters away to a perfect season, and now's where it really starts to get into your mind. We'll see if it affects their play in any way.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for
I
his
wanna
trouble
take
of
my
bringing it
time
out of
this
the end
time.
zone as he's down at the 27. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his 3rd season, Jalen Hurts.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
18 Cardinal.
To throw at the outset, here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
So the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4.
213 yards last week.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Throwing is Hurts. Steps away. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles are on the board first here this afternoon. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they liked, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Here come the Giants, led out by their former 6th overall pick out of Duke back in 2019. Daniel Jones under center.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Running team.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Throwing Jones. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A first down carry for Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense. And you've seen it on these last two plays, both losses. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Jones. And that's complete to Shepard.
Play right there, boy.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
There's about 30 more of them.
Likely to be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jones caught by Tony. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Play like that the whole time, I'll be in trouble, I think.
41 yards. And the Giants respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Extra point try good by Gano. And we are tied at 7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Boston Scott on the return from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
How's everybody doing tonight?
The Eagles offense making their way back out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Hurts. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of the times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of '85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year, playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. With solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. It's Kadarius Toney and his New York Giants back out on offense. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Well,
and down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Barkley, inside handoff. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
You're kidding me, dude.
Open, it's Toney. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Gano for the extra point.
That point can come back and on me.
And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's Kadarius Toney who caps things with a touchdown reception. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Scott on the return out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They are locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Brought
Yeah,
down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So, roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around. And we know they'll be here.
I know where I get
Trying
through.
to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A field goal gets them the lead, but they'll risk it here on 4th and goal. They'll try and run for it. And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Boston Scott, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. An early decision point here, Charles. Maybe one we'll look back on later. They go on 4th and goal, and they punch it in for the touchdown.
We always talk about how football is a game of confidence, and that's how you get it right there. Leave your offense out there and tell them I believe in you. And they pay it off with 6 points.
And this will be caught as they convert here for 2.
Come on, boys. Come on.
So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much
Make sure that point's not gonna come
particular play
back to
factored in,
haunt
but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
First quarter.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Hell yeah.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Back to throw. Jones over the middle here.
Oh, he made it.
And
Damn
it's
it.
taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen.
That
to
go fucking play.
and he is going to lose yardage here. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. It's hauled in by Shepard. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on the punt for the Giants. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. As we roll on here in the month of December, week 14 coming up tonight. We got a good one in the AFC West. Get the parkas out, Kansas City and Denver from the frigid Empower Stadium at Mile High. And then tomorrow night you can turn those parkas in for some shorts, golf polos, and flip-flops. Monday Night Football in Arizona. Patriots, Cardinals, 8:15 Eastern. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, you
That'll be
motherfucker.
incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
Oh, that fucking got me quick, didn't it?
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw. Jones. This to Jarwin. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his left. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They'll look to throw again. Going right back to Galladay. Touchdown! Kenny Galladay.
Wow.
25 yards for the touchdown.
That's
And the
crazy.
Giants are an extra point away from evening this one up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
good.
been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick six.
Come on, guys.
Scott on the return, out of the end zone.
That's
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, had he opted for the touchback. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
But first down, Hurts. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. On 2nd and 7, Hurts forced out to his left toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
Hasn't
So
missed
they're
all
able to
season.
end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And this is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That
Thanks,
is a
Dad.
rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Out to his left. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Whatever, dude.
Rifles one that's
That's a
intercepted.
flag.
It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Giants touchdown.
What's the flag?
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I'll take that.
Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the post game. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Play action. Here's Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. Down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On the carry, this is Scott. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Sermon will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Shepard. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Sermon. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to Sermon on 1st down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We begin with the Battle of the Lone Star State. Houston heading a few hours north to take on Dallas. And it's the Texans who are out in front. Nico Collins, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. Devin Singletary with a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Looking to throw again on second down. Jones. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. It's Devontae Smith and the Eagles ready to go on offense. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's the third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right?
He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team, because every play he makes, that means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looked really, really sharp. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 39, Hurts, middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Scott. Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 35 on second down, Hurts. This is caught. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Looking for A.J. Brown again, and he's got it again. And the Eagles are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now Scott. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. He'll try again. And he's in.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Touchdown,
It stumbled in.
Eagles. Boston Scott taking it in from 2 yards out. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Damn.
What a game it's been for him in the backfield, Charles, as he pounds it into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, and he hits the end zone one more time, and his blockers cleared all those lanes. Before the snap, they called for the heavy unit, right? 3 tight ends coming on the field, and they got the job done clearing the way.
Elliott good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 27, Jones. That's complete to Tony. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Fletcher Cox giving him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I mean, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Escaping the pressure right. Hurts fumbles it.
Oh, my goodness.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. And now,
Hurts
meanwhile, after the dust
hurt.
settles on the fumble, we've got an injured player here as well. We'll get an update when
That's
we
not
return to
okay.
MetLife Stadium. They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw, Jones. This one to Jarwin over the middle. Touchdown, Giants. Blake Jarwin from 6 yards away. And the Giants are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points. Gano the extra
Risk,
point. And the
his
lead is
injury
down to
was
field
low
goal.
risk, but
Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
I'd rather have
And
him
it was
for the
Blake
playoff.
Jarwin, the tight end, who had the touchdown catch to cap it.
he might
This
come back
taken
in.
in
There
at
we
the
go.
goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him
3-point
3
game.
more. Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. O'Shane Zimenez from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Wow, dude.
And the Giants are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And they'll work this down inside the 30. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
That's about the closest game I've had.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. And that'll be caught by Tony. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Off play action. Jones. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Jones. Touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
Sterling Shepard. A 9-yard touchdown
Sterling
grab.
Shepard.
And the Giants have retaken a 3rd quarter lead.
Sterling Shepard was a Bronco.
Extra point try good by Gano. And that will make
And
this
retired.
a 4-point game.
Guess not.
That time a 6-play drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a
What kind of
decent
score
return
now,
out to the
too?
27-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where
Really,
the coach is
dude?
walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Our guys just ain't catching the ball right now.
After back-to-back incompletions. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jones now on 3rd down. Looking for Shepard deep.
Oh,
That's caught at the
fucking shit
25.
me, dude.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
Oh, it's Sterling
And the
Shepard. I'm
Giants
not
get
so
another
sharp.
third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
They're kicking my ass.
Gano now to add the extra point.
7-point lead.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
And the drive will begin at the 25 as Scott is going to stay in the end zone.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Going deep here for Watkins.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll run with Scott. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Jones on 1st down. Going underneath, complete to Jarwin, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So just 3 yards on the completion there.
That's why I'm missing.
2nd down. We have played 3 quarters.
Used
You're
to my
watching the
defense running
NFL on EA Sports.
Pick one off and run it back. These 2-3 times a game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards and a giant first down. Back to throw. Jones.
Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. He's got room at the 30. Now he's loose again.
Yeah.
Touchdown, Giants.
He got me on this one, guys.
Kadarius Tony.
52 yards.
And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead.
Oh, it ain't over yet. Oh.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it's Kadarius Tony who caps things with a touchdown reception. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Oh, he dropped it.
Hit
We're looking
me, dude.
for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I got to go for it.
Kayvon
That's what I do.
Thibodeau drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Up the middle with Barkley. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing Jones. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. Touchdown.
Another touchdown. Yeah,
Sterling
would be.
Shepard from 21 yards away.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly
Wow,
to
guys.
add on to their lead.
My ass tore up.
Extra point try good by Gano. And they open the lead up now to 25. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Scott on the return out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Way I catch up. I don't think.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He's going to go for a big play downfield.
And
That's
Hurts
picked off
is
too.
intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Picked off by
Yeah, we was
Xavier
due for a
McKinney.
bad game.
And the
Sorry,
Giants
guys.
are going to take possession of the football.
We're 12-1.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. It's Barkley on the counter. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now Jones. He'll find a man over the middle. It's
He
got
does,
it.
man.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Jones. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
The tight end Jarwin with it out on the left side.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they run the
My
quarterback?
guys are getting frustrated. Doing unnecessarily fucking penalty.
Well, things obviously not going
That's
their
all
way.
right.
Trailing here in the fourth
That's
quarter, and that
understandable.
penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Danny Nello catching them, man.
Saquon Barkley. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Giants have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth.
Gano the extra point. And
Up
this
30.
one was over a while ago
2
as they
points
just
now.
held on to that big lead.
Wow.
Gano
I know
now
what a good
following the
play.
touchdown here to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big fourth quarter.
Yeah, right? That's all
But
I'm
still,
going to
what a
say.
run it's been. It feels like they have not lost in forever.
23 yards, the final tally.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
A good throw here, finding Pascal. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. They'll look to throw here. Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. And they're going to speed things up here.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
And
Oh,
this is
you
gonna be
fucking shit,
intercepted.
dude.
And the Giants are going to get the football here as
Oh,
the
well.
ball will come out to the 20. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns
Let's
to
go
gold.
run it.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
That's fun.
They'll go to Barkley again.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds
Could be
crazy.
another run. What?
They practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Right.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Rolling to his right. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Oh, my
And a
fucking
big turnover
God.
there as his guys will get
They
the football
quit.
back.
Oh.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't
They
afford
played
to
like
make any
shit
kind of
this game.
mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth
Yeah, you'd
quarter.
say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A handoff. Barkley running left. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him.
74 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a 1st down.
Yep.
Now Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That one into the hands of Shepard downfield. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
This one hits 0.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 30. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 2nd down and 7. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down. Here's Barkley again. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Now Jones off the play fake. That's complete left side to Shepard. Then he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Barkley inside handoff. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one is, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Giants, their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year.
And they will hit the road next week to take on the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, it's their very first clunker of the year as they'll fall to 12 and 1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside
Next, Chicago Bears. 12 and 1. probably end up with. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Panthers. It's going to end right now. So. And some Pop-Tarts. Yes, that's my Pepsi.
Today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears taking on Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Now, the good news is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as well. You play 2.5 months, you're ready for some time off to get set for the home stretch.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Soldier Field. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here come the Bears, and at the helm is someone that they have a lot of hopes for leading this franchise. The 11th pick in 2021,
Out of Ohio State, Justin Fields.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Komet. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll try and run the option left side. A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed.
Oh, that's into a double team and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. The Eagles hit 12-1 now to start play. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
From the 29, Hurts. Flushed out right. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4. Hurts complete. Smith has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Flush to his right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times.
And he's in. Front Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders. That's his 19th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Fields going to keep it once more, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for. 2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group, and sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They'll set up a throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 4 yards remain for 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 54 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year. This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Now, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Boston Scott with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Eagles lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
My bad, I was talking the whole time. I realized my mic was off.
Now Fields. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Montgomery back to the ground. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And the Bears are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to...
And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. It'll go as a loss of 8 and a tough result there on 1st and goal. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and goal. Fields. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. T.J. Edwards in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Nope.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
On the carry, this is Scott, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Certainly not a positive sign if you're the D coordinator and you see your guys give up that space so early in the game. 3rd down, that's when the clamps are supposed to come out. But his ability to create things with his legs makes things difficult.
Ready? Viking 18.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, Pascal able to haul that one in. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. 18, Pioneer. Check back 34. Back 34. We ain't giving up nothing.
On 2nd and goal. Hurts. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. A 10-play drive that time.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The final 4 weeks of the NFL season are upon us, and we got some intriguing matchups in prime time. Tonight, Patriots and Raiders, that's in Vegas. Josh McDaniels taking on his former employer there. And then Monday Night Football, the Rams and Packers from what should be a frosty Lambeau Field at 8:15 Eastern Time, 7:15 locally there in Green Bay.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Call it a gain of 5 as they move the sticks.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were two things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the
There it is.
second, battle for it, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long.
What we didn't
because
get
they've
last
been so
game.
good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense.
Why we
That's
lost.
something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Justin Jones there on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Now a leaping catch. He's got it. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Eagles are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Gravity Lions.
Scott will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Sermon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah.
And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Damn.
A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Third and 2, Fields. Eluding, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, it might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. He put it 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
The last series form, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields flushed out right.
Get him, badass.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down. Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Fields now to throw.
Man open, that's Byron Pringle complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half.
On 1st down, it's Fields.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Again, Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Montgomery.
And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. From the gun, here's Fields.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep him out of the end zone.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. 20. 10.
He ran out of juice, man.
And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice. That's worked on. It doesn't just happen in a game and everyone rallies. They discuss it prior to, and everyone knows their role when they create a turnover like that.
34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. Check him. They're not ready for this, man. Liking 18.
He'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts in the final seconds of the 1st half. And the Eagles will extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started up at FedEx Field in our nation's capital, and it's the Giants who have the lead as they approach halftime. Darius Slayton, a touchdown reception. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and they've got the lead in their matchup with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Robbie Anderson, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see they trail the visiting Cowboys. 2 touchdown passes there for Dak Prescott. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
Ready? Liking 18.
They go play action with Hurts.
This is Smith with a grab. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Scott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 29-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Hurts throw complete there to Smith.
And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Now Scott. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
A.J. Brown
from 8 yards out.
And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From his end zone is Byron Pringle. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 60 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll run the option left. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards the gain of the keeper, and it's 2nd down. Here's Fields. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Fields. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete and able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Here's Hurts to throw. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Taken in by Pascal out left. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 26. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Here's Scott. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 12-yard line. They run behind center with Gainwell. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Zach Pascal, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Why didn't chase him?
Brutal. So take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
Here we go. 57. Mike, 57.
Running left, Montgomery. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on third down, Fields. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Final minute now of the third quarter. From the 45 on second down, Fields. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 44-yard line. Now it's Fields. Going for the deep ball. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. To throw is Fields. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he has another first down as he gets the ball down to the Eagles' 28. The third down conversion successful. A gain of 11. Throwing again is Fields. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Back to throw, Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun, Fields. Step under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. T.J. Edwards able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So Fields is off, and on comes Cairo Santos for the Chicago field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Santos' kick is up and through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
9-6.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Throwing is Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 68 yards. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football.
Cover, dude.
It's certainly not fun for that defense.
Cover.
Though,
they got
now
tied up
4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Pringle going to stay in the end zone, and this will come out to the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On first down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Back to throw. Fields. There's Mooney with another catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Looking to throw. Fields. Open man, here is Cobb. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Caught by his tight end, Wesco. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Fields throwing again. Caught by Cobb. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
On second down, a run with Herbert. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Trevon Wesco, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Santos with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They go again with Scott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 73 yards rushing now for Scott. It's a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's a run by Gainwell. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And tough sledding. Maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Hurts. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. And this one is no good. He missed it. But that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
Right.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And nearly another interception. Well, it would have been his 3rd of the game, but this time he couldn't hang on. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
What's he doing there, man?
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the up.
Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you talk about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Down the 1 yard line.
The veteran with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. From his own end zone, Fields. That's complete to Cobb. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that will bring up second down. Now Fields. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up
be a
with safety
or a touchdown.
Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 58 yards on the ground for him so far. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
That's complete right side to Komet.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard
He could
line.
have first down.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on 3rd down. And again back to Komet. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
To the air again, Fields.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cobb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. Fields now to throw. Finds Komet on the quick slant.
All right.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Now a first down throw. Fields
dancing to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. 57.
Fields
Throwing for his running. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football. And they still find ways to knock it free.
Well,
Double
fans usually
dozer.
love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Philadelphia, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10.
It's 13-1. Six Cowboys. 3 games left. Tomorrow we'll have a doubleheader of Cowboys. We might have a triple because there's only 3 games left. So we'll see. We'll see. We got Cowboys, Saints, and New York Giants. That might be New York Jets. Not sure. But thank you for watching and have a good night.